In case any of you are actually wondering, that is our lovely and talented Della playing for us. She writes, she sings, she plays piano, organ, whatever that is. So I would like to thank all of you, especially you new guys, for coming in and watching. We appreciate you old guys for spreading the word about us, about Della and myself and what we do. My name is Edith Mary. That's Della right there, that person there. And we both are psychic mediums, and we read tarot cards and do past life readings, Akashic Records readings, and all other kinds of readings that you want to possibly do. Hi Mary Pat, hi Jasmine, hi everybody else I didn't get to because we were listening to Della. We do this because on Thursday nights, because we enjoy it, because we just like helping people, and we like being psychic, and we like sharing our gifts. But we also have private sessions during the week with our, weekends, anytime, really, with our private clients, of which if you want to be one, feel free. We're always happy to take private clients. Yes, our only audience is you guys. So welcome to the Thursday episode of Two Crazy Ladies.
I love that episode.
Episode? Yes, I accidentally used that word at work with somebody the other day, saying what triggered this episode, and she's like, episode? I'm not having an episode. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. So in any event, welcome.
All I gotta do is figure out how to. There you are. Look, I think it's on.
It's on. She found us. Weekends, anytime, really. Oh, look, Della joined us. Hi, Mary Pat.
Katina still wants to know if Stephen is there. Wants to know if he needs to say anything.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Alison. Let's just jump right in with talking to our loved ones on the other side. What?
So we're going to talk to them.
One of us is not right in the head. One of us has had a little too much medication, maybe.
I wish. I had too much medication, my knee would stop hurting.
That's true. Oh, God, that's the worst cup of tea I've ever made in my life.
Maybe Jack needs to join me. Oh no, that's right, I have none.
I did not drink the last of your Jack. Would you like some Southern Comfort?
No. I don't
Some
like Southern
peach,
Comfort.
something or another?
No.
No. All right. Anyway, she doesn't like me, obviously. So, if you have a loved one on the other side that you would like to hear from, please feel free to state their name, their whole name, and when they crossed over. And we will be thrilled to try and call them in for you. Understanding that we may not, if they don't come in, there's a reason. Sorry, I'm just fiddling with the camera as usual. If they don't come in, it could be because they're busy. It could be because they've already come back. Could be any number of reasons.
Thank you, Mary Pat. It's because I comb my hair.
You comb your hair.
She said you look very lovely this episode. It's because I comb my hair.
Oh, thank you. Well, yes, and she probably bathed last week sometime or another.
I'm getting a licking bath right now.
Yeah, she's getting a licking from the dog. So let's start with Stephen. Stephen just, oh, don't start, cat. Stephen did come in. The cats just ran through Stephen. Stephen did come in. He's standing in the doorway, and he's like, what? Everybody, all your family and friends would like to have a message from you. He's standing in the doorway smiling, sort of like with his arms crossed like this, leaning up against the door frame. That's how I see him anyway. How do you see him?
I don't see out here.
All right, what is Stephen saying to you?
It's going to seem rude.
Go for it. They
saying,
say what they say.
He's saying, leave me alone.
How do you mean that, Stephen? Because you know they love you. They don't want to leave you alone. They want you to know how much you're loved and appreciated.
He wants them to drop whatever they're doing because he says it's going to hurt you in the long run. It's not going to hurt him because he's already dead, but it's going to hurt you in the long run because you're going to see him differently.
That kind of makes sense. But he at least did come forward to give.
But to me, if your arms are crossed, it's like you're protecting yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like you're shutting people out. You don't want them to come in. Uh-oh. Another country has been heard from.
Something vicious. Yes, we have a vicious pug in the backyard protecting us. Okay.
He says there's nothing to forgive. You're doing the sisterly thing.
Yeah. Siblings aren't always nice to each other. That doesn't mean,
You don't
hi,
want
Antoinette, that doesn't mean you don't love each other, you know? And he knew that. You know that. So the only guilt you're feeling is your own. Because we always want our last words to be of love and kindness, and they're not always.
because you never know what the last words are.
That's true. You never know when those last words are going to be. So there's a lesson in just being kind all the time. Why is this? I seem to have this abnormally white face. Here, shine on her for once.
Shine on, harvest moon, up in the sky. Oh, I got a bulb out.
You got a bulb out.
Sorry.
Okay, there is obviously someone. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. I thought of that earlier. Stephen is basically just saying, I love you, and that's really all that matters, is that I love you and you love me. Don't worry about anything else.
Well, the arguments, to me, when you have a bad argument and then somebody dies, it usually means that they have an inkling that this could be the last time you see them. They don't want you to mourn them as much, and they figure if they pick a fight with you, you'll be mad at them and say, thank God, which never happens.
No, yeah. But sometimes it's easier to take when you're angry.
Yeah.
You know, and right or wrong, that's just the way it is, especially with siblings. So there is someone here who is obviously extremely musical or used to clown around a lot, because that was not typical of Della. Well, it is typical of, but it's not typical for a setting like this for you. So I was thinking someone came in almost like somebody's joy guide. Is there another question, or who had the next one?
Darlene, nephew James Gordon Stone Jr. died 2006.
James, are you here, or can you come forward? Sorry, that was a dog stomping all over us.
Did you get him? You did? Good for you.
Are you hearing anything from James?
She is.
She's hearing from James. Is that who was in the backyard?
Is that who you chased? Did you bring him in?
I'm glad, Katina.
Monica is watching. Hello, Monica.
Oh, hey. I haven't seen you in forever. Or is that the right month? Oh, yes. No, we haven't. We were talking about you the other day. I'm not getting anything from James. I don't know why. It could be that they're just busy. It could be, I don't know.
Well,
What do you think?
Well, Tammy is saying that she was present when Stephen and the other one, had the argument, and Stephen was laughing the whole time.
As a typical brother thing to do.
Yeah. Did I piss her off? Yes.
Yeah.
I had two boys. It's like, oh, pick. Did you cry? Did you cry yet? Did you cry? I remember my brother was 10 years younger, and he thought it was hilarious when he was little to hit me over the head with his keys. Okay. Have we got to?
So let's come back to James, because there's something else going on energetically here. I know there is. I can feel it, and I don't exactly know what it is. So if we don't get back to James, please remind us before we leave.
I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. Hold on a minute. Okay, that's James. That's that one. Okay. Jasmine Hawks would like to hear from William Monroe Hawks, a.k.a. Billy, who died in December 2009.
I'm sensing Billy as like a 9-year-old boy, or at least, I mean, that's kind of how that might even be the energy that's going on around here tonight. He may not have been 9 when he died, but that's certainly how I'm sensing him. And like he a little Hellraiser kind of person.
He had a boyish humor.
Boyish humor. Okay. Billy, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Get him.
I'm not sensing that he has anything that he's specifically to say, but that he more is just...
He's playing with the dog is what he's doing.
I'm getting that, because the dog's never been this active before.
Especially Sweetie.
Yeah, she just,
Sweetie's all perturbed.
yeah. So,
Sweetie's my little 12-year-old psychic dog. She sees things before I do.
yeah, I think Billy is having a great time with the dogs. If that would make sense, please say so. If it doesn't make sense, please say that too. But there is maybe it's that boyish humor we're picking up on, but there's something almost disruptive in the house. It's like, oh, look at me, I've got to be the center of attention kind of energy.
Tammy said he was musical.
Well, there you go. Now we know who showed up. Okay. So that's just to let you know that he's around. He's especially when you wind chimes. Maybe when you hear wind chimes, that would be him.
And they're very loud and there's not a lot of wind around.
Yeah, exactly. So take that as a gift from Billy. What was the next one?
Mary Pat would like to see if husband Morgan King passed in 2018. He went by Morgan. His full name was Clarence Morgan King Jr.
Okay. Is Morgan around? Is Morgan handy?
Okay, for some reason I just heard him holler. It's like, no, not yet. I'm not ready.
He's building something.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
I'm seeing him swing a hammer. He's building something. And so whatever it is he's building for you, Mary Pat, take that for what it's worth. I don't know, but he's doing something for you on the other side. No, hi, Mary. No, he's not quite ready yet
To communicate.
to come forward. But he's building. I definitely see him building something.
So, and it's not energy, but it almost feels like he's building up the energy. I haven't gone all the way down yet. He's building up the energy so he so he can confront you. Okay.
Not an easy task, I think. Okay, who's next?
Is that Petey Hawks? Mother passed in 71. Linda DeBoard.
Linda, Petey's mom.
Oh, 07. I say 07. 9807. Sweetie, settle down now. You must have backed off.
Did she spend a lot of time with like her hands on her hips, or just sort of like in exasperation, like almost like nobody around her was cooperating, but what they were doing was playing when she was being serious?
They always thought she was playing. She wasn't playing.
No, she wasn't playing. She was deadly serious when she got like that. And so I'm sensing this, you people are ridiculous kind of energy. I'm not sure what that means.
Linda McGee DeBoard is her whole name. Linda.
Oh wow, Mary Pat, that's all. That's awesome. Okay, we're still looking for Linda. Well, no, we have that the
Yeah.
stop fooling around kind of energy.
She said she was a little crazy. It's like, no, you thought she was crazy because you didn't understand her. She said, my old ways.
No, it wasn't that she was mean. It means maybe you were aggravating her because she was more serious and she wanted to get to the point. She wanted something and you weren't giving it to her. You were playing around and she's like, look, people, stop it.
She said Linda was a serious person, which I can see if you got your hands on your hands. It's like, you want to be taken seriously, and nobody's taking you seriously. And so she's going to get mad because nobody's taking her seriously.
And that could have come across as mean, and she could have struck out because of that too. I mean, it's possible that she would strike out at people either, I'm getting that occasionally she would literally hit you or hit at you.
And if you weren't doing things her way, you were
Yeah.
doing things the wrong way.
So, but it wasn't out of hatred or anything else. It was out of frustration because you weren't listening or nobody was listening.
What? She felt like she didn't get the respect that she thought she deserved, which no mother ever does. But
No.
I do.
Yeah, your boys are different. But there was a time when at least one of them was like, remember high school?
Oh, you mean when Jack decided that he didn't want to stay in his house, in the house, but he would lock the door, making us think he was in his room, but he would actually crawl out the bedroom window and go out and about. Like we didn't know.
And I could well imagine Mom and Dad hunted him down too.
No. Because when he's hungry, he'll come home.
Well, that's true. They do come home to eat, kind of like stray dogs. Okay, next.
He said he was always aggravating her, always. For sure, he never listened. Mama was very damaging. She would shoot. She would shot you quick. Shoot you quick?
Shut.
Yeah.
People of a certain generation, they weren't necessarily the funnest loving people on earth. And
because the time period they were brought up in, there was no fun. It was work and feed yourself. Work and feed yourself.
There's not a lot of fun to be had. So, just know that even though it didn't seem like she was being a good mom, or it didn't seem like she was being a good person, she really was doing the best she could. She didn't have a lot to work with. Because when people generally turn out the way they were raised, like it or not, we turn into Mom and Dad. So consider that's where she came from, if that makes any sense. Okay, who's next? Oh, yeah, of course. Well, I'll let you know when we get there. Katina, sorry. I should have, said who I was answering.
I think that's all those I have so far.
Have we missed anybody yet?
Do we need to go back to somebody? We did Morgan, right?
I don't know. I forgot already.
Ready. No, he's not ready.
Oh, Morgan is Mary Pat's husband, yeah.
No, he just yelled at my, no, I'm not ready. Okay, fine.
See, he's still here. He's just not ready.
Billy, William Monroe Hawks. Was that the one that?
Yeah, that was the Billy that was playing with the dogs. I just want to take an ice pick to my foot. What?
So he's just like his mom. He's been married to him for 26 years.
Well, yeah. There we go. All right, so have we missed anybody? I raised my grandson. His dad got killed. Jason, Jeffrey, Lee, Dillard, a.k.a. JJ. Is he still around? I'm sorry your mom's in bed sick. JJ. If JJ is still around, he's not around tonight. I'm not getting it anyway, you?
I'm getting that he hangs more around the sun. He actually talks to his son in his sleep. But he won't remember it. He says he does that on purpose, so so his son knows he's still around, but can't tell anybody.
That's because, especially in a small town America, you don't want to go around saying you're hearing dead people. Or else I would, but then again, Okay. I don't even know what time it is.
Don't know.
It's 7:54. Is there anybody else who has a loved one on the other side? That do they'd like to hear from? I'm getting the impression there's no one else here in the house. No spirits have, other spirits have come. Because I know Billy showed up early. Ew, that must have been scary. Wow.
I don't think it was his mother. I think it was a wandering spirit that took on his mother's ice.
Yeah, that could be.
Because
took on
you were in his area. He didn't want you in his area. Go ahead, burn your whiskers. See what happens.
Okay. Ah, the kids' sleeping habits. Yeah, that would. Sometimes we have to put conversation we're seeing with conversation we've already seem to have already had.
Billy's watching. Hi, Billy.
Hey, Billy. When are you coming to see us? Bring the kids, the wife, everybody.
Yeah, you can sleep on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got so much hair on it. It's probably like a mattress now. Anyway.
A dog hair mattress, yeah. We know how that one goes. Is there anybody else? As if not, we're going to start the readings. Who asked for a reading first?
Katina.
Katina asked for a reading first. Okay. Something says shuffle again.
Sorry. Boo-hoo, Billy, boo-hoo.
Aw. I suppose it's too early to ask for vacation, huh?
Just a little bit. I was going to look at the front seat. Make sure we didn't miss anybody.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I'm making sure that I haven't missed anybody in my line. You may be watching me, but I'm watching you on my telephone. I'm making sure that I didn't miss anybody.
She has to because I can't, because we're filming on this one. If that makes any sense. On my phone. So she's watching on her phone. We're live on my phone.
Okay, we got Katina, then Darlene, then Billy.
All right, Katina. This is the card of it is done and over. Don't worry about it. Move on. Then we have you can rise above this, whatever situation that you're in. You can rise above it. You don't have to be stuck in it, because no matter how bad a situation is, you're always. Hey, Charlie. Glad to see you, sweetheart. We practically own Charlie. We love him. We've adopted him. No matter how bad the situation is, it's not beyond repair or just moving on from and repairing yourself. And then you have the Page of Wands, which is about your path is already set. That's all. This is the new leg of your path. Just keep moving, sweetheart, because you've got everything that you need.
The happiness that you seek and the happiness that belongs to you is going to feel like work, but it's not work if you just, it says get off your ass, but you know what I would say, get off your ass and do it.
There you go.
It's like, because you know what needs to be done and you know how to make it happen. But just sitting there thinking about it is not going to make it happen. You got to get out there and make sure that it happens. We got Darlene is next.
Darlene. Okay. Darlene. Stop. Okay. Stop worrying about it. You're taken care of. It's not, Spirit's got your back, but someone's got your back physically. You don't have to worry about the money. Only if you want to, but you don't have to. Because you've literally got what you need. Because here's the Queen of Wands. Because if you don't got what you need, you can make it. Or you can create it. Or you can call it to you. Because this is the Page of Pentacles or the Page of Coins. This is about money and material stuff. So, you can, what are you worrying for? You can manifest whatever it is you want.
This is about the physical path that you have chosen for yourself and the one that you are continuing going on now. They're saying be sure that you are in agreement that this is a path you want to be on. Because if it's not, you can change your path. In the meantime, be patient with the people around you because they don't know if you're coming or going. It's like, are you going to go down that path or are you going to change paths again? I get a feeling that you like us, like I'm done with that and let me try something else. Like they say, stick to one for a while. Stick to one for a while. Billy?
Of course we have time for you, Billy. Okay, you're the one. You're the one. I was told to get out the other cards to use. And they're just now telling me, use the other cards. Use the other cards. Okay, Billy. We have the Two of Cups, which is about partnerships and choices. Commitments.
You're welcome, darling.
Then we have the Ace of Coins or Pentacles. It's about new money, new path, new opportunities. And then we have, what is she? I forget. All right, let me just go with what she looks like. She's got all of the knowledge. I guess what I'm thinking. That's what I'm. Yeah,
that's the Empress.
The priestess.
Priestess.
It's the High Priestess. You've got all of the knowledge that you need. You've got all of the tools that you need right there in your hands. You just need to apply them. So when you look at this story that's being told, commitments and opportunities, make it happen. Hi, Giselle.
Says you are building towards, imagine that, something new in transportation. Imagine that. It's like, but in the meantime, while you are building towards that, you need to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take time out for yourself. Don't keep going until you drop. You know what's going to happen if you do. It runs in the family. Take care of your bloody self.
We want you around a while, Billy. So does that make sense? It kind of makes sense with what I know, but you know more than I do. So, all right, who's next?
Tammy?
Yeah, Tammy. Okay. Tammy, let's see. I look weird, don't I? Tammy, you have the Sun. It's all about you. Things are going your way, couldn't be better, or couldn't be about to be better. That didn't come out right, but you know what I mean. However, you are in real danger of getting yourself stuck. Being stuck is a state of mind. It's not a state of being that we live in. Being stuck is a choice. And they're asking you to unstick yourself because there is a lot of riches and rewards waiting ahead for you if you simply stop worrying about it, stop trying to control it, and let Spirit or God work for you. They've got lots more really good things coming for you if you just let it go. Okay, go for it.
The key to what you are looking for is a transformation That is bringing the new beginnings to your life. You are transforming, whether you like it or not. You are transforming to a better part of you. And the key to the better part is knowing that the new beginnings are right there. It's like, and to embrace them and not try to push them away, not try to ignore them. Embrace them so that you can be the spiritual being that you need to be.
We need to start writing this down.
Did we do Darlene?
Yeah, did we do...
Darlene, did we do you?
You know what? I don't think we did. Did we skip over you, Darlene? In which case, I am so sorry. Sometimes it's hard to keep track of...
Where we're at on this thing.
Yeah, exactly, where we are.
Tell us if we did you or not, Darlene. Did you or not? Sorry. I'm amusing myself. Somebody's got to. In the meantime, while we're waiting for Darlene to answer, we'll do Mary Pat.
Okay.
It says, I would like a reading about me moving to a new location with 2 other persons. On purpose. Okay, Darlene says we did her. Yay!
Oh, good. Mary Pat, I can tell you right now, if you like doing all the work, you go for it. Because that's exactly what's going to happen.
That's why you've been invited. It's
You're
like,
going to
hey,
be the live-in maid.
Yeah, pretty much.
So find 2 other people to live with, not them.
Because even if you get it in writing, not going to make any difference.
Mm-mm.
Yes, it's that thing again.
It is that. Oh my God, it smells awesome. Sorry, the candle just sort of, apparently my sinuses opened up. Okay, who else would like a reading? You're welcome, Tammy.
She said we've done 4 readings.
Okay, but, okay.
So we did Darlene, we did Tammy, we did Billy, we did Katina.
So, one thing you have to understand
She said if you can get it in writing, but they're not going to abide by it because, you know, it's not legal and binding.
Yeah.
It's just not.
I mean, it would work for a little while, maybe 6 months, but in the long run.
Again, it's not going to be like a Golden Girls situation. It's like not everybody's going to pitch in. They're going to leave shit laying around, and it's like, oh, did you clean that up yet?
One thing you need to understand, everybody, when we do these readings, the message isn't for us. You guys are the ones that are going to have to remember what your message was, because once we close our mouths and go on to the next one, we do not remember. It is not for us to remember.
And she's saying, Mary Pat is saying, please repeat.
What I see, Mary Pat, if you move in with those 2 people, you're going to wind up being the maid. Plain and simple. If you're happy with that, if that comes as part of what your contribution to the household is, that's great. I just don't think that's what you're expecting.
Petey was next.
Petey was next. Okay, let's go do Petey. A little reading for Petey. Is that Petey? Am I pronouncing it right?
Petey, yes, that's a little boy. Petey is a man.
Petey? I thought Petey was a lady.
No, because up here it said brother or something, so I assumed that Petey is a...
I don't know why I'm thinking Petey's a girl. Can you please clarify whether you are male or female? Please? While we're doing your reading?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter whether you're male or female. I just assumed you're a lady, and she's assuming you're not. You're welcome, Darlene. And you're welcome, Mary Pat. Petey, you've got such incredible potential.
Hold on a minute. Yes, Mary Pat, we understand. People say things that they mean at the moment. However, once you get into the situation, it's like not only are you going to wind up being the maid, it's like somebody's going to not have enough money for rent. And who's going to be stuck with that? Just saying. Go ahead. Sorry.
Petey, you have a great deal of potential ahead of you. You're highly.
See, the boy. Told you.
Okay. There's. I'm not. Are we? Is this a young child
No.
or no?
Petey is not. No.
Petey's not a young child, and I'm a little off on that one. Hey, got to be one tonight, right? There's a lot of potential. There's a lot going on. A lot of different areas that you could put your emotions into, that you could put your passion into, that you could put your creativity and your work into. If only you would stop looking at what you don't have and concentrate on what you do have. Because what you don't have, you don't have. Don't worry about it. But you got a lot ahead of you and a lot in front of you. You got a lot to do.
Petey is Tammy's husband, by the way.
Hello, Tammy's husband, Petey.
Yes, Petey.
But we also have new journeys, new paths, trusting Billy's back. Trusting in spirit to lead you where you're going to go. So just put one foot in front of the other, trust your instincts, and go with it.
Oh, somebody just came in. It's really hot. All right. This has to do with your spiritual path. Your spiritual path is crossing your mundane path, your worldly path. They're crossing together. You're going to wind up seeing quick changes come in your direction because your paths are crossing at the moment, and you are going the right direction where you need to go, and you're going to start hearing people like we do. But hearing people like we do is not what people think. It's not like somebody talking in your head. It's not. You have to get with us so you can know what you're hearing and how you're hearing it. But your spiritual and your physical are crossing at the moment. And you're going to start changing, and you're going to be going... Sorry.
Yeah, there was another energy has come in, so it's like we before we start anything of this nature, we always say a prayer of protection. So we know that only energies that are at least benign come in. Hi, Jeanette. And so we're not afraid from that standpoint. It's just we don't always, sometimes they come at us fast and furious, like in our face, and we don't always know what it is right off the bat because we have to run it through our filters. So who else would like to know about Jeanette would like to know about your granddaughter, Allie?
Has she passed?
In situations like this, if a person wants a reading, they kind of have to ask for it themselves. We can't really ask for it for other people because this is a public venue. In private, it's a whole nother story. So if you're asking about how she's doing or stuff like that, I don't know. If she's crossed, that's a whole nother story. So Jeanette, if you could let us know what specifically you need to know, or has she passed and you need to hear from her, that clarification for us would be really, really great.
My hair looks darker on that than it does in the mirror.
Well, you also have to consider my...
No, I'm talking about here.
Oh, yeah, it does look darker than in the mirror.
Allie is still living and want to ask if she would be home and knows she alive.
I don't think I understand.
She left home. She ran away.
She ran away. Is that correct, Jeanette? She ran away from home?
Run away or was adopted.
And Jeanette, where...
Passed.
Not passed. Okay. Petey said that if his little brother Billy is still there, does he have a message for him? He's watching on my phone. No, Billy enjoyed the dogs. Plain and simple.
He was playing with them for a while, and he sort of wandered off because he got tired of playing with them.
Yeah, it's not that Billy doesn't love you or doesn't have a message. It's just Billy's got that little kid, joyful, playful, be a pain in the butt energy to go with him. So.
Billy's back.
Didn't know you went anywhere, Billy.
Probably like our phone, every once in a while goes in and out, in and out, in and out, you know, it's like.
Yeah, I do.
Fighting an appeal for what? Donna wants a reading.
Yes, we can in a second. Jeanette, are you fighting for custody of your granddaughter? Is that what you're saying?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be a long battle.
Yes, because someone's working against you with that. Hard working against you. There is someone who is, I'm feeling like they're smiling to your face and stabbing you in the back. And it's a member of the family. And I think you know what I mean. So it is a long uphill battle for you. One you may not win. So be prepared for that.
Whoever this is going to be lying to your face about something. It's like, yeah, and you'll know it's a lie. There's nothing you can do about it. It's like one of those things like no matter which way you turn, you're screwed.
Wow, we just did a psychic reading.
I just want, if you want to know, Billy, if you look behind me, you see my cabinet, you see something flashing in the cabinet. Yes, I still have my Christmas tree up. I see no reason to take it down.
Jeanette, you already know the answer to that. You're just in denial over it. It's somewhat, I don't know why I want to say a daughter.
She says she knows. Wow.
Yeah.
She knows.
So, okay. So, we're going to be doing a reading for Donna. Is Donna handy, Billy? Because you better be recording this if you're not.
All you can do is go with the flow, and you have to be strong for you and the granddaughter. It's like you have to, even if you don't get her, you need to stand up for her rights. Because you don't need her taken just because they don't want you near her. You need to make sure that her rights are not stepped upon. And that's what you're there for, is to make sure her rights are not stepped upon. Even though it doesn't come your way, that's okay. Because you're there to protect her. That make sense? I hope.
Mm-hmm. Okay, for Donna. All the power's in your hands, sweetheart. It's not on you as a burden. It is on you as a, you can do this. You've got this covered. It may take some work, but hang in there, because it's all going to lead to some beautiful, beautiful new path that you really, really enjoy. I'm getting the feeling this might be about work. So create your own position. Use that natural innate power that all women have, that men are jealous of, to create, exactly, that to create your own opportunities.
Donna, stop beating yourself up over things that you have done wrong. because anything that you think you have done wrong is in the past. Leave it there. Don't worry about it. You don't need it anymore. Go forward into all the new stuff, because the new stuff is coming quickly. Quickly. It's like there's new beginnings started for both of you, for the whole family. It's like something new has dropped in your lap. So stop beating yourself up over things you cannot change in the past.
I hope that makes sense, Donna.
Jasmine Hawks was wanting a reading.
Jasmine. Give it a rest, sweetheart. Okay. The reason I didn't read this is because I needed to know the other two cards before I knew exactly what this meant. This meant if you don't give it a rest and give it up, you're going to wind up stealing from your own self and your own future. Stop. Whatever it is, just let it go. It's not important enough to risk your future over.
Whatever it is you're trying to do, you need to stay committed to it. That's marriage, but it's not marriage. It's about commitment. You need to be committed to what you start and be in agreement with yourself and spirit that is actually where you want to be anchored and where you want to be at. Because if you're not committed to it, it's going to slip right through your hands. Didn't make sense to me. I hope it made sense to her.
They don't have to make sense to us. They only have to make sense to the back. Who were we reading for?
That was for
Jasmine.
Jasmine, yes, that was Jasmine's.
And I'm glad, Billy, that Donna liked your reading.
Hey, Billy, new book. Look, new book.
She's got enough material, Billy, for 2 more books, by the way. Billy is a member of the family. He is Della's younger brother. The one she was talking about that hit her over the head with her keys.
Yes.
That's the one.
Uh-huh. I was always the bane of his existence. Like anytime he did something that was wrong, he always said, Della did this. Like, really? Would I sign my name to that?
Is there anybody else who would like a reading? Yes, Billy, another book. You should see. This woman is a writing machine. Is there anybody else who would like a reading? Before we skedaddle? Because it's now 8:21.
Oh.
And speaking of books, ta-da, thank you to whoever it was that bought a copy of my book. I got yet another book sale this past week. And I will be on the air in a couple of weeks with Stirring the Cauldron.
Yes, we did finish Jasmine's reading.
With Marla Brooks, Stirring the Cauldron, talking about tarot and how it can...
Oh, Charles wants a reading.
Charlie wants one. Yes, sir.
Do you want me to read Tall Drink of Tea first?
You read that already.
Billy didn't hear it.
Billy didn't hear it. Billy, pay attention. She's going to read. And then Charlie, stay tuned. Read it.
Billy, just to let you know, this particular verse was actually made into a song. Yes. It's called Tall Drink of Tea. I went to the country dance, my brother, my parents, and me, and look what walked in but a tall drink of tea. While the looker, what a dancer. Do you think he could see? My heart beating so fast, I knew where I wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
By his side, in his arms, dancing slow, dancing fast. My mind whirled with excitement. I just wanted it to last. Then to my disappointment and a heartbroken life, who did he dance off with? No other than his wife. Then to my astonishment, someone else grabbed my hand, pulled me onto the dance floor, looked me in the eye, and we danced. By his side, in his arms, dancing slow, dancing fast. My mind whirled with excitement. I just wanted it to last. I went to the country dance, my brother, my parents, and me, and look who I'm dancing with, my own tall drink of tea.
And yes, it was made into a song. If you would like to see the video, let me know, and we'll post the video as well of her singing her own song on stage with the fabulous little Cliffy McLean. playing guitar.
And Michael Aurora.
Oh, that's right. Michael was up there too. Maestro. Yeah. All right, Charlie. Don't worry about it, darling. You're gonna get over it. You're gonna get through it. If that makes any sense. You just have to realize that you've got a lot. People and spirit are giving you more credit than you think. And you may not see.
She says she wants to see it. I don't sing well, but I ain't afraid to sing.
You're being given a lot more than you realize, and people see it, even though you don't necessarily. You're not seeing all the good stuff that everyone else does, and you got the power to change whatever it is you want to change anyway. So why are you fretting over it? All you got to do is go fix it.
Before I start Charlie's here, Donna, look at a coat pocket. Look in all the coat pockets. I get that it's in a pocket of some sort. Okay. Charlie, they're telling you to jump over the hurdles that you feel people have put in front of you and stop beating yourself up, because your angels on your shoulder are saying, believe in us. Believe in yourself. We believe in you. So keep doing what you're doing now, because what you're doing is what they want you to do.
I don't think, Charlie, that you realize how much value you give to people who come to see you.
You brighten our day every time we go in there.
Exactly, you do. You feed us spiritually, not just serve us food. You feed us spiritually. And that spirit or God, whomever, notices every time somebody feels better when they leave your table. You have ministered to them beautifully, and you have done healing work. So you serve healing with your side of food. So never forget that. Okay.
Mary Pat wants to know if she should invest in a new business selling the vascular therapy. Only if you truly believe in it. If you truly believe in it and know that it can help people, then yes. But if you're just doing it to, let's make a quick buck, no. Because they're saying that, like, you need to get into something that you truly believe in. Because when you truly believe, then it will automatically take off. People will automatically want it. That makes sense?
Yes, it does. So it doesn't matter what you sell. It only matters that you believe in yourself and what you're doing.
And if you think that it's going to help people in the long run, then yes, do it. Because that's what you want to do. You want to help people. And if you think this is actually going to help people and not hurt them and not put them in the hospital because of it, yes, go ahead and do it.
Yeah, because it's nothing is about the money. We think it might be, but it's not. It's about the service, and it's about feeding people on a soul level, feeding their spirit, making them feel better. And we can make money while doing that. If it was about making money, you people would not be seeing us right now. We'd be asking you to pay to watch this. So, do I look frozen there? I did, didn't I? So we have a good time while we do this, and we know that it's healing work. Now what?
I'm just reading Charlie's. So we're healing with a side of food. That's going to be his guiding mantra.
Healing with a side of food. Yes, it is. Because food is about companionship. It's about community. It's about sharing. Which is why I love Thanksgiving so much. It's my favorite holiday next to Halloween. And so you couldn't be in a better industry. I just won't be on my feet like that. Because I'd be telling you didn't like that hamburger? Too bad.
Well, that's why I can never be a waitress, because if you don't like it, here, wear it. So, yeah. Just.
So, okay. Is there anyone else who wants a reading? If we're looking down, we're not looking up at you. It's because we're trying to read what's going on Della's phone. Yeah. So, it's not that we're ignoring you or not talking or anything. We're just trying to figure out
who's next.
Who's next? Yeah. And where we are in the grand scheme of things, which is sometimes confusing. Thank you, Darlene. We appreciate that kind of feedback. It's good for us because it bolsters our confidence in what we do. Because sometimes we don't always feel we're right. I mean, look at what happened when we first came on. There was all this chaotic energy. I didn't think I was getting anything right. It turned out I was. So that kind of feedback, Darlene, is invaluable, and we appreciate it very much. So I don't know what time it is. 8:29, almost an hour.
Oh my Lord.
So we will be announcing all of those stuff coming up that we have. I'm going to try and encourage Della to get her other book up and running. Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm. Good night, Billy. Have a nice night. Safe morning.
What was I saying?
No dancing in the shower. Sorry.
No, dancing in the shower is not healthy.
Causes broken ankles.
Yes, it does. Broken ribs, too. I fell out of the shower once, but that's...
Well, Larry broke his ribs falling in the shower.
Mm-hmm. My ear was acting up.
Hello, sweets.
And I got dizzy and I turned around and fell out of the shower. It was embarrassing. Thank God I was by myself.
I did that once. I was going to try to get in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
But my foot slipped. I didn't have one of those rubber things yet.
Yeah.
So me and the shower curtain came down on the toilet, and I'm going, it's like, I'm going to have to get up because I don't want nobody to see me like that.
That's true. And you can tell what kind of week.
Yes, Mary Pat. We try to do this every Thursday, except there's going to be one Thursday in February and one Thursday in March that we will not be doing it.
Ooh.
We will tell you where to go to see us because we're going to be on the podcast.
We're going to be on Stirring the Cauldron podcast with Marla Brooks. She hosts that every Thursday at, I think, 7:30, but she's California time. So as soon as we know more of the details and a link, we will put that in. And there's 2 Thursdays we know we won't be here because I'm a guest one month and she's a guest the next month. But we will let you know ahead of time. And I'm sorry you fell through the floor in the shower. That probably was not fun.
That's probably funny.
Probably funny, yes. Funny, but not fun. So we hope we have been of service to all of you this evening. We thank you so much for stopping by and watching us and having faith in us. You do not know how much that means to us. So we love you, we appreciate you, and we will see you.
And get the word out. We're here every Thursday.
We're here every Thursday. And thank you for all of you who have spread the word. That you do not know how much we appreciate that either, because that means you really super believe in us. So thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless. We'll see you next week.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Okay.
Off.